I've been asked many times, can I really do IFS on my own? And my answer to that question is always a resounding yes. In fact, that's what I did for 2 years after I discovered IFS more than 8 years ago. I did not have the means to have a therapist, so I just got myself 2 books of self-therapy from Jay Early and the IFS Skills Manual, and I was just exploring it on my own. Yet at the beginning, IFS can be very confusing, and I remember having a lot of questions that I did not necessarily have an answer to. That's why I've created this video. It's not about providing all the answers to the question that you might have, but it's provide 4 concrete ways in which you can start experiencing IFS right now, even if you haven't looked up or you haven't understood the model yet. IFS, to its core, is an experiential model, and therefore the best way to actually grasp it is to experience it and practice it. These 4 modalities are so different from each other that I am sure you will find one that works for you, because IFS is really not so much about understanding all the rules and understanding how it should look like, but understanding how it looks like for you, what resonates with you and what works with you. And before we dive in, if we have never met, hi, I'm Valentina Manini. I am a certified internal family systems practitioner. I am a psychedelic assisted therapy facilitator and soon a psychedelic somatic interactional therapist. I also have a master's degree in the science and psychology of change in both individuals and organizations. The first modality is a meditation. This is the IFS heart meditation that comes from the IFS skill manual, and it is a meditation that really does not require you to even have an understanding of parts. It is a very gentle meditation that guides you in exploring what is protecting your heart from pain. And only towards the end, it introduces the concept of parts and it helps you to identify some of these protecting parts, protecting your heart. It's a meditation that I love very much, and every time that I do it, something new comes up, because your heart is not something static, it's dynamic, and it changes. It changes as you heal, it changes as you grow, it changes as you go through life. So you will find the link to this meditation either up in a card or down in the description. Afterward, share what you have discovered in the comments, and I'll personally answer with guidance tailored to what you have found to help you in the next steps of your journey into IFS. The second modality I would like to introduce you to is a cognitive exercise that comes from another therapeutical model called commitment and acceptance therapy. This modality will start in a cognitive way, but will then very smoothly flow into IFS work. The first step of this exercise is to fill out the blank. I'm going to share with you on screen a sentence, and I would like you to fill it out with the first word that comes to mind. There's no need to overthink it, just allow it to emerge. The sentence is, the worst thing about me is that I am. The second step is to get curious about this belief, this statement that just came up so naturally. So if it feels right, you can close your eyes. If this belief was in front of you, how would it look like? What shape would it have? What color and what texture? How big or small is it? How powerful or weak? How fast or slow is it? And as you notice all these little details about this belief or statement, also start to notice how it feels like in your body. Is there any specific place in your body where you're noticing anything? It might be a bodily sensation, it might be an emotion, it might be an unrestful feeling, a nervousness, an irritation, it might be kind of pain or sorrow. And as you see and feel into this belief, notice how some space just created itself between you and this thing that you're noticing or feeling in your body. And see if that's okay to be curious about whether there's anything else that it would like to show you. If there's anything else it would like you to know about why it's there and for how long it has been there. And you can use this exercise in many different ways to just create that little bit of space between you and either beliefs of you or emotions or thoughts or bodily sensations or whatever else is present in you. You do not need to have a concept of parts. You just need to have this ability to create space that in IFS is called unblending. The third modality is even simpler in nature. It just requires you to have a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and just bring your attention to anything you would like to explore about yourself. It might be a thought, a feeling, an emotion, a physical sensation, or anything else that somehow has your attention right now, and just allow it to draw itself on the paper. Just allow your intuition to take over. Do not overthink it and just see what materializes, what comes to life on the paper. And if you actually like this modality, there's going to be a link either in a card up here or down in the description that links to another video that has a longer exercise combining IFS and intuitive drawing. Once you've drawn it, just take a moment to feel into it, to really see what happens, what shifts, what changes now that you can see it and touch it on the paper. And as you have this connection to this thing that now is not really inside of you anymore, but it's also in front of you on paper, see how you feel towards it. And you can ask it a few questions like, what would you like me to know? Or is there anything that you would like to show me? Or what kind of role do you have in my life? Or is there any way that I can help you? Or is there anything that you need from me? In the description, you can actually find a PDF with several questions that you can ask your parts. So feel free to download it. And when you go through this exercise, you can actually ask your parts a few more questions to get to know them better. The fourth modality I would like to introduce you to is a bit more creative, and it's actually originally taken from the Gestalt therapy model. And it works really well when you have conflicting thoughts or two parts of you that are pushing in different directions. For this exercise, you're gonna need two chairs neatly positioned in front of you and just having a little bit of clarity of what these conflicting thoughts are about. For example, you might have a part of you or a thought or a wish to rest and take a nap. And on the other side, you might have a part of you that wants to push through to get more things done. Or there might be a part that wants to take risks to create some outcome in your life, and another part that would rather like to hide away and do anything but that. So you can just decide which one of these opposing thoughts would want to be on chair 1 and which one want to be on chair 2. And then you just sit on chair 1 and you really take the time to feel, to drop into that part of you, to drop into those thoughts, to really allow that part of you, those thoughts of you, that wish to take over, to be you. And you're gonna speak what it wants to say, and you're gonna feel how your body actually shifts in the way that it feels. And when you feel that this part has shared everything that it needed to share, you can then take a moment and move onto the other chair and allow the other part to speak up and to once again feel into your body what shifts, what changes in the way that you perceive yourself, in the way that you're sitting, your posture, or anything similar to that. And as you're doing this, also notice how these parts feel about each other. And when you have a very clear feeling about both of them, see if that's okay to sit up from the chair, move around, and once again having these two chairs in front of you. But this time with the felt sense of what each one of these parts say and feel like in your body. And notice how they feel like at seeing you there staring at them, seeing them, having witnessed them in the way that you did. Notice how they react to that. Are they surprised? Are they curious? Would they like to get you know better? This is a very practical way to create a little bit of space between you, yourself, and parts of you that have conflicting thoughts. In the next few weeks, I will share more videos to support you in getting started with IFS in the easiest possible way. So if there's anything that you're struggling with and you would like me to create a video on, please just share it in the comment and I'll be very happy to do that.